Now, Chinese authorities say the 4 women who had been brutally assaulted by 9 men at a restaurant in northern China's Tangshan city over a week ago.
It's a graphic video that sparked fury across China. Caught on security camera, a man walks into a barbecue restaurant in northern China's Tangshan city, approaches a female diner, and touches her back. But after she pushes back against his repeated harassment, he hits her. Her friends who tried to help brutally assaulted by the man's friends, 2 of the women ending up in hospital. 57-year-old Tang. Others share Madam Wang's sentiments. The brutal attack caused a public outcry, partly due to the violence as well as the inaction of bystanders. Also because of what many said was the slow response of police officers, some questioning if they only acted after the video went viral. The role of gender in the attack has also come to the fore.
倡导的男女平等的这个原则，倡导的保障妇女权益的这个原则，还没有具体化到包括我们的教育，从学校教育、家庭教育到社会的教育，包括大众传媒的教育。
It is a tectonic shift on abortion rights. The U.S. Supreme Court today remade the legal landscape, throwing out the precedent laid down 50 years ago in Roe versus Wade. We'll be dedicating most of tonight's program to the decision and the praise and protest that it has touched off. John Yang begins our coverage.
Outside the Supreme Court, jubilation and celebration for some. For others, rage coupled with resolve. Today's decision had been much anticipated since early May when Justice Samuel Alito's draft opinion was leaked. The court's ruling ends the constitutional right to an abortion, a right that had been the law of the land for nearly 50 years. The Walt Disney Company announced it would pay for employees' travel if it was needed to access family planning and reproductive care. Citigroup, JP Morgan Chase, Netflix, and Amazon, among others, had already pledged to offer similar benefits. From overseas, leaders weighed in on the historic ruling. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson.
I think it's a big step backwards. I've always believed in a woman's right to choose, and I stick to that view, and that's why the UK has the laws that it does.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau tweeted it was horrific. French Prime Minister Emmanuel Macron wrote, "Abortion is a fundamental right for all women."
This is what democracy looks like.
As the day wore on, the crowd outside the Supreme Court grew. Gatherings are expected in cities across the country later tonight. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm John Yang.
Men don't have their bodies regulated, and so why should women? It's upsetting, but as you can see, there are men and women here because today it's our rights, but tomorrow it might be yours.
You know, the unborn are people and their lives matter, and abortion is the murder of a living human being.
And then I think we're told that they're less than a person right now in the eyes of the Supreme Court. So I don't want that future for my daughter Rosie, certainly not for other women.
To destroy a human life is a crime that cries out to heaven.
I don't care if you're Christian. In fact, I will fight for you to have your religious liberty and practice your Christianity. I believe in that. I don't believe in Christianity, which means that you do not get to dictate the way I live my life based on your religion. I don't care what the Bible says. You have every right in the world. All those women who identify with your religion have every right in the world to not get an abortion, to not take birth control, but they do not have the right to dictate my life and what I decide to do with my body. I don't care about your goddamn religion. I'm so tired of having nonstop conversations about what the Bible says. You live your life in the way that you interpret the Bible. Again, I don't care, but you don't get to take the Bible and tell me, well, the Bible says this in this chapter, in this verse. I don't care. I don't care. I don't believe in it. And I have the right, based on our Constitution, to not believe in it.